Boston, a city whose name is intertwined with universities, technology, and the grandeur of progress. Streets that shine from afar, cafes that exude the aroma of knowledge and culture, and skyscrapers that symbolize the American dream. Yet there, in the shadow of this greatness, another life unfolds. A life of women who, in the cold of Boston nights, search the streets and silence for a place to sleep. Women whose voices are lost amidst the city's clamor. My camera tonight delves into the darkness, where the sparkle of a modern city conceals a hidden and painful face, the face of women who no longer have a home. This video tells their story, the story of women who once were mothers, students, or dreamweavers, and now they merely walk the streets of Boston as shadows of their memories. Boston, the pulsating heart of knowledge and wealth in the United States, a city where every corner reminds one of history, thought, and advancement. However, beneath this shining layer lies a deeper tale, a story not told in university halls or city tours. The story of women for whom homelessness is not just the absence of a roof, but the lack of a safe haven in the world. When night falls and the light of street lamps glides over the damp streets of Boston, certain corners of this city witness a silence louder than screams. Women sit on steps, a half-empty coffee cup in hand, surrounded by blankets and bags, their eyes telling a story of storms. Many of them once held jobs, were mothers or students. But a series of bitter events, poverty, domestic violence, or a past filled with unreadable scars has thrust them out of ordinary life. Addiction plays a ruthless role in this cycle. Some of these women turn to substances to escape the pain, substances that initially offer a temporary balm, but soon become the pain itself. This dependency not only wears down their bodies, but also erodes familial and social connections. In a rehabilitation center located in South Boston, I met a woman named Maria, 37 years old, a mother of 2 children, who now has no address to contact. She told me, "When addiction started, I didn't lose everything. But when the shame and judgment of others came, that's when I became homeless." Mental health issues among these women are hidden yet deep wounds. Depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and feelings of worthlessness weave through their days and nights. Many have experienced violence and abuse in childhood or adulthood, and now, amidst strangers in the city, they live with memories that won't let them go. One of the volunteers at Rosie's Place, the first shelter specifically for homeless women in the United States, located in Boston, shared with me, "We provide these women with food and shelter, but what they lack the most is a sense of safety and belonging." On Mass Ave, which serves as an invisible boundary between the wealthy city and Boston's impoverished neighborhoods, as the sun sets, shadows come alive. There, groups of women and men gather, building a fire in search of temporary shelter. In their eyes, something of hope still remains. A small light that does not extinguish. On one of the frigid winter nights, I met a woman named Shannon. She said that every night before sleeping, she listens to the sounds of the city's buildings to feel that she still lives in a part of Boston, not outside of it. This small feeling of still being alive is hope for her. Yet amidst all this darkness, there are also glimmers of light. NGOs, charities, and volunteer groups patrol the streets each night, bringing blankets and hot meals. But more importantly, they offer moments of conversation and listening. In these discussions, you realize that each homeless woman has a face, a story, and a past that still lingers in a corner of her soul. If you look into their eyes, you see that many of them have arrived here, not by choice, but by necessity. The necessity of poverty, violence, and wounded minds. Research from Boston University has shown that the rate of homelessness among women in this city has increased by about 35% over the past decade. The housing crisis, skyrocketing rent prices, and a reduction in social services for low-income families are the main factors contributing to this rise. On the other hand, the systems for addiction treatment and mental health still present a difficult path for these women. When even a full-time job cannot keep a roof over your head, becoming homeless is no longer an unimaginable event. Just a small failure is enough. In one of Boston's old churches, a small room is dedicated to homeless women every night. The nights I spent there were filled with silence. The quiet breaths of women who, after hours of wandering, experienced just a few hours of safety. When morning came, each returned to the streets, like birds, with no place to land. One of them muttered, "Boston is beautiful for us, but not kind." Images of early mornings in the city, buses filled with students, juxtaposed with women sleeping on the same streets. This contrast shakes the heart of every observer. This documentary is not made for judgment, but as a reminder that progress holds meaning when humanity does not get left behind. Perhaps we cannot change everyone's life overnight, but we can take steps to listen, to see, and to accompany. You can donate warm clothing, volunteer in city campaigns, or even share this video to amplify the voices of these women. Boston, or any other city, is a home for people, and no one should remain homeless in their own home. If this narrative awakens something in your heart, do not silence it. Every small act of empathy is a light in the darkness. I believe there is still hope. There, somewhere in the heart of the city, right where humanity begins.